Right.
All I want to do is say
Okay, come on over here and say hi. But there's nobody here right now. It's 0 people on here. So
okay, I'll come say goodbye.
Not if you're going to be obnoxious.
I won't.
Do you even know what obnoxious is?
Yes.
You better act like it when you come over here.
What do you mean I better act like it? I know what obnoxious is.
You better act like it because I'm saying I don't want you to be obnoxious.
I don't have to act like it.
You better act like you know.
But I do know.
Well, then act like it.
But I don't have to act because I already know. Acting is pretending.
Behave as if you know what it means.
But I do know what it means.
So then behave like you do. Good day, good people. Good morning, Adrian. Adrian, you missed my first TikTok live. I was phenomenal.
Hey, Mom, is that Adrian and Chelsea's friend?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna ride right here.
Okay, good. How are you doing, Adrian? How are you? How is the hubby? How are things going? It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. I need to move this thing from behind me. I know I have to turn on my notifications. Yes, you got to turn on your notifications. You missed me. I was going crazy that day, for real, like really going crazy. I've never gone live before, and then I decided to, well, you know, I never went live before because I didn't have 1,000 followers, but now I have all these followers, and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So I just did what I do, which is act goofy. We're both a bit overwhelmed today. Why are you overwhelmed? What's going on? Overwhelmed with all the mess that's going on? Or good morning, Tobiah? Or just overwhelmed because life is overwhelming and being an adult is so overrated? Could be any of those reasons. I need to move this. This is my tripod that I have sitting behind me, but it looks like I have a growth coming out of my head. So good morning, Elaine. Good morning. Turn this way so I got this. I took the photo down on this side. I need to put something back up there. Good morning, good morning. Oh, no, I need to turn this way. There we go. There we go. That's better. That's better. How's everyone doing today? It's a crazy day. Good morning, Karen. I want to feel so good today. And on the one hand, I do feel good today. I got up, I chatted with my Maza for a minute, got some work done, took a walk, hopped in the shower. I'm running from the shower right now. So if you see water running down my face, it's because, you know, my hair might be a little extra wet right now. And I feel good and refreshed and the sun is shining. You guys all know that I feel so fantastic when the sun is shining. On the other hand, this is America. All of the above, the wild world, typical responsibilities. Ryan is talking to every class today about what happened yesterday. Is Ryan a teacher? Is he a teacher? You know, where's the responsibility of our teachers? What is the teacher's responsibility with regards to everything that's going on? Because on the one hand, like, why is everything on the one hand? I think a responsible teacher would discuss world events, right? Yeah, Karen. I know you. I feel good, and then I feel nothing. Let me go backwards. So I think on the one hand, I'm gonna stop saying on the one hand. Why is that stuck in my vocabulary or in my repertoire of sentences today? On the one hand, anyway, I think a teacher's responsibility should be to speak to our children about world events, right? We need to raise civically engaged children, people. We need to raise our children such that they are civically engaged as they get older. Some people don't believe in that. So if you don't believe in that, I'm not talking about your own personal religious beliefs. If you have a religious belief that says don't be civically engaged, like if you're a Jehovah's Witness, that's your business, and I'm not going there with you. You do you, and I'm going to do me, and I'm going to raise my kids according to how I believe they should be raised, right? But if you have a teacher that supports Trump, is it that teacher's responsibility to come in and spout their beliefs in front of the class? And I would be very angry about that. Whereas, contrarily, if it were a teacher that supports not Trump, I probably wouldn't have such a problem having that discussion. I think, though, probably what's best is to discuss the events. What's going on, Eazy-E? To discuss the events without giving personal opinion. Directing the conversation, only offering bona fide, tried and true facts, challenging the children to think, challenging the children to look to multiple resources for their information, but not to bring my personal perspective in. Because again, personal perspective right, yes, share. Personal perspective wrong, and I am calling it right and wrong. Personal perspective wrong, keep that shit to yourself. He's a middle school history English teacher. At a charter school here. All right, now I know who A10 needs to be calling on if he has any, well, I can help him with English, but the history, I know who he needs to call. I got my math contacts for math help. Now I got my history English contacts. Today he's focusing on the historical significance and the societal cultural significance. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. We need to challenge our kids to see what is there, to talk about how what is happening, what is the historical significance of what is happening. But not just the historical significance of what is happening, but to really look back. And I know that he may not be able to go here as a charter school teacher. He might be able to, but he might not be able to go to, okay, so what if this was Black folks? What if this was the Black Lives Matter movement that was peacefully protesting, and all the damn military force in the world was brought upon them so idiot can go take a photo for a photo op? I'm hearing news that the mayor, DC mayor, called for extra help from the National Guard. So, you know, if you're connected with me on Facebook, you saw me posting on Facebook. I was like, I need to scream. I need to scream. I'm so angry. I was sitting on my couch watching this mess, and I'm like, ah! Like every couple of minutes, I just wanted to scream. Like, how much stupider can this get? What next? What next? What next? It's out of bounds for them to teach them about politics unless that is the subject he teaches. They would have been shot dead right before they made it to the grass. They would have been shot dead sitting in their homes thinking about it. Oh, you thinking about marching? Okay. Blowing up folks' houses. I mean, come on. My grandson's teacher played videos of the debates and then let the kids talk it out. She just kept it on topic. I think that's good. But to have the discussion. See, we say we don't want to talk about politics and we don't want to talk about religion. How do we learn then? How do our kids learn that this shit is a shit show? You have one woman who showed up to protest. Let me back up. I'm so sorry, tea timers. And this is the time that when I say I'm sorry, I am bona fide to the core sorry. What I meant to say, you have a terrorist that showed up to riot and got shot. I want to say shot dead, but you know, I'm kind of be serious here. But I guess you could get shot and not die. She got shot dead. Squirrel, though, are you shot dead if you die at the hospital, or are you shot dead if you die from the shot right there in the streets where you are shot? I think I'm going to say shot dead is die on the spot. She got shot and died at the hospital.
Wait, that person who got shot died?
Yeah. I'm not watching my language. You can watch my language. Turn on the captions and watch my language.
That's a good one.
It was good, wasn't it? That was good. It's a shit show.
Oh, can I say bad words too?
And I.
Ow!
I don't wish death upon anyone. I believe in everybody's right to protest. However, you don't get to riot. You don't get to take your thuggish beliefs. You don't get to destroy public property and go home in peace and love. At least not if you're black or brown. She made a choice and it cost her life. She came from San Diego to attack the Capitol. Girl, you should have stayed your ass in San Diego. And I am not sorry for you. I am not. I don't wish death upon anyone. We're having a serious conversation. So if you want to come in and say good morning to everyone seriously, if you want to give them a serious
morning.
Okay. Thank you. We're having a serious conversation about yesterday's events.
Okay. I told you I would be serious.
You did tell me that. Thank you, son.
You're welcome. I also told you that something bad would happen yesterday.
You have all these people talking about, good morning, Erica. Welcome to the Madness, Mayhem, and Malarkey. That is America, right? Girl, that comment was never more on time. You have all these people talking about, this is not America. This does not represent us. The hell it doesn't. The hell, what America have you been living in? Because I've been living in this America. I've been living in an America where white folks can show up with arms bared, who can show up bearing arms. I had to think about that word like that.
Can show up heavily armed.
Does that word make sense? Is that a word? Anyway, white folks can show up wherever, whenever, however they want to with absolutely no repercussions.
One black person shows up where they should be, and bam, they're in jail for the next 50 years.
In jail, man, they're shot dead.
Or that.
Let that have been black and brown folks. America began by siege and it kept it up. Yeah. Let that be anybody other
the funny thing
than a white person. And tell me why the heck everyone's saying good morning to you, young man, and thank you for participating in this conversation the way that you're participating in
the funny thing is that all the people saying, this is not America, this is not what we represent, they're the ones doing the bad stuff.
Did you hear from the mouth of babes?
The mouth of what?
It's a saying. It means kids speak the truth. Did you hear what he said? Get that from him. He's making too much noise. The same people talking about this is not America are the ones who have driven America this way on this highway in this car in full control of the steering wheel the whole time.
Into this traffic.
Into
that car crash.
That crash. We finished with that analogy. What pissed me off was that they said BLM was the start.
I'm going to chop up some potatoes to be fried.
I'm sorry you're going to make me choke with that statement. BLM was Black Lives Matter was the start of the riot. How the hell was that the case? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Oh my God, I'm so mad. They don't fear the government because of their privileged mentality. Right. They have nothing to fear. They have nothing to fear. They get sent home in peace and love. We get sent to the morgue. They get sent home in peace and love. And now, let me say this. I need to be very clear because there are white folks on our feed. There are white folks that are a part of our lives.
Not all white people are bad.
We all know that.
Just a lot of them.
No, we're not. Well, I mean, there's a lot of bad in everybody. This is about like-mindedness at this table. It is about like-mindedness. It's about people who think the same way, who are on the same, not necessarily think the same way, because, you know, we have different thoughts about different things, right? But this is like-mindedness with regards to justice and lack thereof in the United States of America. And unfortunately, that is black and white. Unfortunately, that is black and white. And brown.
And at one point, Japanese.
Oh yeah. Go cut up the potatoes. Yeah. This is what America has been from the beginning, right? What has changed? And it is on full display for the rest of the world. We and all of our stupidity. We and all of our stupidity and hypocrisy have been on full display for the rest of the world for 4 years. And you got people talking about, I quit because this is too much. Really? In the 11th hour? In the 11th hour is too much? It wasn't too much back this time last year when that idiot wasn't addressing the pandemic the way that he should be addressing the pandemic. It wasn't too much prior to that, the year prior, and the year prior to that. It wasn't too much then, because that too much was building up to this too much. So you kept on stoking the fire, and now your house burning down, and you're like, wait. It's too hot in here. You started this fire. And we're going to hold you accountable. If you set your house on fire and then run out
on fire right now.
You set yourself on fire. That's right. Give me a high five.
No, I think you're setting yourself on fire.
No, but I like the analogy that they're setting themselves on fire. If you set your house on fire.
Set yourselves on fire.
Or set yourself on fire. Go cut the damn potatoes. You got 9 minutes before you have to be in class.
Yeah, that's true.
If you set your house on fire, don't run out talking about it's burning. Oh, really? 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 What'd you expect? You set a damn fire in the middle of the living room. You spread your fire stuff, your igniter stuff. What's it called? Fire igniter. Let's just call it that. Accelerant. Thank you. Although I do like the word fire igniter. I do like that. You spread accelerant all throughout the whole entire house. And now you're standing on the curb when the fire department shows up. And you're like, I don't know what happened. This is too much.
Mom, no, you would say you spread the gasoline.
Well, anything can be an accelerant, not just gasoline.
Well, yeah, but...
Okay, but let's just work with me here, okay? Potatoes. Unfortunately, white Americans will never understand what we have been going through for over 400 years and don't expect anything positive from a narcissistic sociopath. They don't even recognize a narcissistic sociopath. They don't even recognize. And look, Adrian, I love you. I know you know I love you. And I know you're on the same path with us. So please do not feel like we are talking about you and your husband.
Wait, is that the only person at the white table right now?
The only white person.
Why the white table?
I don't know, because, well, the table technically is gray and white.
That is true.
This is not about hating white people. This is about hating the privilege that folks don't recognize they have. Yeah, I saw that.
Hey.
And I'm not trying to, I know at this table we have said before, it's in there, we have said before that we are not going to justify our thoughts and try to make white people feel good. So that's not what I'm trying to do here. Although I feel like that's sort of what I'm kind of falling back into. Like, okay, you guys, I'm not talking about you. I'm going to stop saying it because you know I'm not talking about you. We're talking about those white folks. Those white folks who don't recognize their privilege. And white is synonymous with privilege. White is synonymous with privilege. It's a mess. It's a mess. And these people have promised to come back out on Inauguration Day. They have promised to be in full force.
A white person commits murder and their trial goes on for months. A black person commits a robbery where no one was injured and their trial lasts 5 minutes.
From the mouth of babes. The breakdown is what white people do not do with their privilege. Yeah. It is. When I joined the Army in 1973, I took an oath to defend the country from all enemies, foreign and domestic. From all enemies,
one of the
foreign
people in
and
the Army?
domestic. Now, once did I think I would
Who
have
was
to
in the Army?
defend myself from Americans. Everybody. What about when the domestic terrorists, I don't know why I struggle with that word. Why? What about when that's your president? Your president, not yours at this table, but your people out there, because I'm not going to put him on anybody at this table. What about when your president stands at his rally less than a mile away from the Capitol and encourages, calls for a march on the Capitol, proclaims that he will march with you? Of course he doesn't, because he's a punk ass.
I'd say coward would be more.
Coward.
It was funny.
Punk ass.
I can
Anyway, imagine that he did that. Who do you need to protect this country against? And tell me why anybody in the military needed. Who in the military can step up and say, I need to protect this country against the person in charge of us? Because let's say, for example, like if my mother was like losing her mind and, was beating her kids, right? And then the kids knew the mama was beating all the kids. Can't one of the kids step up and say, you can't beat us anymore? I mean, I know sometimes it doesn't happen, and this is not about domestic violence, but I'm just using this as an analogy. Can't one of those children, and sometimes it does happen, one of the children steps up and says, no, enough, no more. Military, when are you going to step up and say, enough? No more. We got 13, 10, 12. How many days left? What's today's date? The 7th. We have 13 days left, and not one has stepped up. And if they have, correct me. But if they have, correct me. But what I have seen is
you want to know what?
When have you stepped up and said enough? How come? Not why. How come? When the mayor, whose name I can't remember, but when the mayor of DC called for a change in the status or responsibility of the National Guard from traffic duty to something more useful at a time when the Capitol was under attack.
The
right?
National Guard was on traffic duty.
Why did the Department of Defense say no? And even when the Department of Defense said no, you telling me you couldn't have been a National Guards person out there directing traffic, see everything that the National Police were trying to deal with, and go help anyway? What happened to Blue Lives Matter? What happened to standing up with each other? What happened to that brotherhood?
What does Blue Lives Matter mean?
I have a white friend on Facebook who says she had a family call her up to ask her, was she happy with what her black friends did at the White? Wait, when did her black friends do this?
Mom.
Check out the history of American presidents, and you will see how evil some have been. 45 is not the only races to run the country. Too many of them are white supremacists in the military and the police.
Washington actually owned slaves.
Yeah.
What does Blue Lives Matter mean?
Nothing, but you can't go cut those potatoes up. Blue Lives Matter means nothing.
But what is this supposed to mean?
The police officers matter. You have 2 minutes. You're not cutting potatoes. Go get ready. Go get to class. America is under siege by Americans.
Actually, it's fine because I'm just continuing. It'll be independent work.
No, you're going to go work independently. Your independent work for school is not cutting up potatoes. You know how your kids get cabin fever because they've been in the house for, the weekend, or maybe when it snows outside. I mean, some of us raised in California didn't know. Oh, but when it rained too much and your kids couldn't go to school because there was a fear of flooding. And it was just, the weather was bad, snow, rain, whatever, right? Tornado coming, whatever, right? And your kids get cabin fever. It's been a year. And I'm trying to keep it together. I'm trying to. But I don't think I can keep it together much longer. Because this boy is trying every bit of my patience, y'all. Every bit of it. Trying to find patience I ain't ever in my life had. Without you T-timers, that boy would have been sent somewhere. Oh, Lord. They were trying to say that it was Antifa who broke into the Capitol yesterday, which we all know is BS. Well, Antifa sure look like some Trump supporters. They sure look. And this is the thing. This is the other thing. How is it that when we say that it's the agitators, not the Black Lives Matter protesters that are causing problems, you can't accept that. You can't accept that that may be the truth. But when it's you and your people, you want to say, no, it's agitators. Oh, hell no. When you're taught as a kid how Lincoln was a beacon of goodness and then read his letters. Right. Thank you, Adrian. What are we teaching? If the description doesn't fit who you are, you know it. If you feel insulted or your feelings are hurt, then you need to revisit how you see yourself, because any issue you have is your own to work out, not mine to help you feel better. That's true. I didn't go to work today because I was unsure about how things were going to play out. Got to be careful. You got to be careful. I'm happy that I am safe at home. I don't plan on going anywhere close to the Capitol. I'm not far in terms of miles. I'm less than 10 miles away from the Capitol. But because of how you have to get there, I'm about a 30-minute drive away from the Capitol. So I'm okay. Nobody's coming over here to Tacoma Park, Maryland, especially because every single sign in this neighborhood says Biden Harris. So you're not going to bring your Trump supporting ass over here. I doubt that. We have work to do. Georgia did the thing. They did what they needed to do. Georgia set us up to be able to do the work that we need to do. And I guess for us, really, the work is just to keep pushing for the work to be done. Not to get comfortable. Oh, excuse me, I'm spitting everywhere. Not to get comfortable with knowing that we have Biden in office and then we have a Black biracial vice president, or that we have control of the Senate or control of the House. We can't get comfortable in that knowledge.
Thank you.
We can't get comfortable in that and it's just allow things to play out. No, we have work to do. We need to keep our knee on their necks. That's what we need to do. Excuse me. All of us. Oh, thank you guys for allowing me to release at the table. I greatly appreciate that. I greatly appreciate the ability to come to this table and to sigh, to let it all out. What I want to say is I'm going to leave on this note. Suli put our calendar up. So the calendar, I marked it as a I marked it as an announcement. So you should be able to go into that announcement go into the calendar and post what you're wanting to talk about. Tea time. Okay, post what you're wanting to talk about for your topic for the day that you choose. Now understand this, that I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this, but then I realized this is my Tea Time family. Y'all know me. Just because you put your name on there, just because you put a topic down there, doesn't mean we are actually going to have your topic. This is my show, okay? And if I decide that I don't want to do that, we ain't doing it. So put your name, put your topic, but make sure that I confirm with you on the date and your topic. Right? Because I may not want to bring your topic to the table. Now, that's not likely to happen, but I'm just letting you know you don't control this show. I control this show. Let's just be clear. This is Tea Time with Kai. Anyway, I encourage you guys. I just want to make sure that you guys do, when you put your something in your on the calendar, please make sure to send me a message so that I know that you put it on the calendar. I actually plan my life around Tea Time with Kai. I need to make sure that I am prepared to host you with your topic that day. I need to make sure of that. I need to make sure that there's nothing else going on that's going to cause an interruption with Tea Time on any particular day. And you may not know that when you put your information on there. In general, so everybody that's in the group, I'm almost certain I wouldn't have a problem with any topic that any one of you wanted to bring to the table. And I encourage you to bring something, to bring your expertise. If you want to show a skill, show anything, talk about anything, please, please help a sister out and put your information on there. I will send out a Zoom, but you're contacting me to let me know that you put something on the calendar. Hey! I'm sorry, I gotta scream like that at the dog because he's decided that it's okay for him to be looking up on my counters and try to get stuff. But anyway, you're sending me a message for two reasons. One, I need to schedule the Zoom, and two, I need to just confirm with you that what you have proposed is fits our table and fits that timing. So I don't want multiple people proposing on any particular day. I prefer to have one guest, one presentation per week. So please do not schedule. If you see something's already scheduled on Saturday, don't schedule it on Sunday. If you see that I have scheduled a particular talk on Sunday, you can check with me because you still may be able to do a talk on Saturday. Because, for example, I have scheduled a talk on one of these upcoming Sundays about the growing Tea Time, because you guys know that I'm on TikTok, you know that I have YouTube, you know that I have the Tea Time page. I want to make sure that I'm always protecting the sanctity of this group. I also want this group to grow. So I'm just going to have an open forum discussion about that. That open forum discussion on Sunday would not interfere with any presentation on Saturday. So don't mind me when I'm posting stuff. Put your name, put your topic, but don't mind me, or reach out to me and say, hey, I see this is scheduled on Sunday. Is this Saturday still okay? I want to keep Saturdays as Small Business Saturday. If you have, for the most part, so there may be some times where some things overlap. So just check with me first. Check with me. But please fill in, grab your date and send me the message so that I know it's there. Okay. So that I can just kind of reconfirm with you. You're like, yep, that works. Yep, that's good. Grab your date, send me a message. If you're able to grab a date, you're also able to send me a message in Messenger. Some of you have my phone number, text me. Some of you have my email me. Don't email me, text me or DM me on Messenger. In the group, okay? I have wonderful ideas for Tea Time to grow and to bring more exposure to you guys and the things that you are doing. I want to make sure again that we always have this safe space. That's first and foremost responsibility is to maintain this safe space. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Thank you for offloading with me. If you need somebody to talk to, don't call me. No, I'm kidding. Call each other. Leave me the hell alone. I'm just playing. If you need somebody to talk to, reach out. Because these are hard times that we're going through, and they seem to just keep getting harder. Like mess after mess after mess after mess after mess. We don't want to be desensitized, but we need to back up just a little sometimes. Have a wonderful day. If you have sunshine in your life today, get out and get some of that sunshine. Feel good with that sunshine. I plan on getting out a little later and getting some more of this sunshine. Mind your COVID manners. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Watch your distance and drink your water. Have a fantastic... Oh, hey, Cousin Ruth. Thank you for joining us. You guys have a great day, and I will see you here tomorrow.